The words left my lips in a whisper, cold and sharp as ice. You'd better explain yourself, Emily. Emily sat at the dining table, her back straight, her hands lightly gripping the rim of her coffee cup. The sunlight streaming in through the window framed her golden hair like a halo, casting an ethereal glow around her, like a painting brought to life. If only one could ignore the rigidity of her posture, the way her lips pressed together in a tight, unreadable line. Her eyes, usually so full of warmth, were fixed on the now-cold coffee before her. She wouldn't look at me. Explain what, John? Her voice was calm, disturbingly so, as if she were standing on the shore of a storming sea, unaffected by the raging waves. That unbearable calm ignited something in me, a fire fed by betrayal and disbelief. Without another word, I slammed my phone down on the table, the screen flashing with damning evidence, a photograph. My wife, Emily, locked in an intimate embrace with another man. His face was mostly obscured, but I recognized him instantly. That damn artist. The man shrouded in mystery, exuding brilliance with a maddening arrogance. Emily's body tensed. A slight tremor ran through her fingers, but still, she did not look up. I don't know what you're talking about, she murmured, barely above a breath. Don't play dumb, Emily. My voice, once restrained, grew louder, carrying the weight of betrayal. The photo is right here, in black and white. Do you think I'm blind? Or just stupid enough to believe you hug some random man for, what? An artistic exchange. My laughter was bitter, sharp, the sound of a man teetering on the edge of something he never thought possible. She finally met my gaze, her expression unreadable. Guilt? Sadness? Or was it disdain? John, can you calm down? The children are still at home. Calm down. My voice cracked, raw and edged with fury. You expect me to calm down when my wife, the woman I've built my life with, is caught in the arms of another man? I pointed at the photo, my hand trembling. Tell me, who is he? How long has this been going on? Emily's lips parted, but no words came. When she finally spoke, her voice was barely audible. This is just a misunderstanding. A misunderstanding? A bitter scoff escaped me. Do you think I'm a fool? Misunderstandings don't involve hands clutching each other so desperately. Misunderstandings don't include kisses that burn with passion. Misunderstandings don't make you stay out all night under the excuse of some pretentious art salon. The table rattled as I leaned closer, my anger seeping into every fiber of my being. My movement sent the coffee cup tipping over, dark liquid spilling across the polished wood, a stain irreversible, just like the damage done to our marriage. Emily rose to her feet, her face now set in a defiant mask. John, lower your voice. The children. You don't get to tell me how to speak. My voice broke under the weight of my anguish. You don't get to dictate the terms of this conversation when you've betrayed me. You've betrayed our vows, our life together. My hands clenched into fists at my sides, my body shaking with a whirlwind of emotions, rage, devastation, disbelief. She opened her mouth, hesitated, then sighed. Her eyes darted away, avoiding mine. John, our marriage has been falling apart for a long time. Falling apart? The words hit me like a physical blow. Because of what? Because I work too much? Because I don't whisper sweet nothings to you like I used to? That's your excuse. My voice wavered, the pain cutting deeper than I ever thought possible. Emily shook her head, her voice carrying a terrifying calm. It's not just that, John. You're always busy, work, meetings, clients, social events. You never stop to look at me, to see me, to care about what I need, what I want. Who do you think I've been working for? My voice cracked, my heart thundering against my ribs. Everything I've done was for this family, for you. Is it a crime to want to give you and the kids a good life? I don't need a perfect life, John. I need a husband. I need someone who looks at me like I matter. Do you even remember the last time we talked? Really talked? The last time we took a trip together? The last time you told me you loved me? Emily's eyes glistened with unshed tears, her voice quivering with emotion. The words stopped me cold. I racked my brain, but the answers wouldn't come. The weight of years, of overlooked moments, of love left to wither under the pressure of routine, settled over me like an unbearable weight. So you ran to another man? My voice had lost its fire, leaving only the quiet, smoldering remnants of hurt. Is that how you fill the emptiness? I didn't go looking for him, John. Her voice was barely a whisper. Marco and I, we just understand each other. Artistically. Emotionally. He sees me. He values me. You see me as a fixture in this house. A wife. A mother. But never just me. The words sliced through me like a blade. My lips curled in a bitter grimace. 6 months. The revelation sat heavy in my chest. 6 months you've been seeing him behind my back. Emily's silence was an answer in itself. I let out a hollow laugh, my entire body trembling. Emily, you're something else. You hid it so well. You played the perfect wife while sneaking around for half a year. I can't believe I didn't see it sooner. John, I'm sorry. I know I hurt you. I know I was wrong. But, her voice broke, pleading. Can we fix this? Can we try again? I stared at her. The woman I had once thought was my forever. Now she felt like a stranger. Could we ever go back? Could trust, once shattered, ever be whole again? Emily's tears finally spilled over, running down her cheeks as she sobbed quietly. It was the kind of cry that came from deep within, from a place of regret, of knowing she had crossed a line she could never uncross. I turned away, my heart heavy with a pain I didn't know how to process. I don't know, Emily. My voice was hoarse, weary. I need time. Time to think. To understand what's left of us. Without another word, I walked out the door, stepping into the blinding sunlight. And yet, despite its warmth, my heart remained cold. I didn't know where I was going. Only that the world I once knew had shattered around me, and all that remained was the unbearable weight of betrayal. I sat alone in the dimly lit corner of the bar, swirling the last of my wine in its glass. The soft hum of conversation surrounded me, a chorus of strangers immersed in their own lives, their own joys and sorrows. No one noticed me, no one cared about the weight pressing down on my chest. I was just another face in the crowd, a man nursing his pain in solitude. The shrill ring of my phone shattered my thoughts. I glanced at the screen, Tom. My best friend, my brother in everything but blood. Hey John, where are you? You're still coming to the game tonight, right? His voice was bright with excitement. I hesitated, gripping the glass a little tighter. No, Tom. I'm not coming tonight. My voice was hollow, drained of its usual strength. The silence that followed was brief but telling. Tom knew me too well. John, what's wrong? You don't sound good. Something happened, didn't it? I clenched my jaw, trying to hold back the storm building inside me. But I couldn't. The dam broke. Tom. I caught Emily cheating on me. The words felt like shards of glass scraping against my throat. There was a long pause before his shocked response. What? Emily? Cheating? Are you sure? Maybe you misunderstood. I'm sure. I cut him off, my voice raw. I saw the photos, Tom. Her and that artist, kissing, holding each other like... I stopped, unable to continue. My vision blurred with unshed tears. Jesus, John. I don't even know what to say. His voice was filled with sympathy, but sympathy wasn't what I needed. I needed an answer. I needed to understand why. I can come to you, Tom offered immediately. You shouldn't be alone right now. I shook my head, even though he couldn't see me. No, Tom. Thanks, but I just need to be alone for a while. If you need anything, call me. You hear me? Anything. A small warmth stirred inside me at his sincerity. Thanks, Tom. After hanging up, I signaled for another drink. Whiskey this time. Something stronger. Something that could burn away the pain, even if just for a moment. But as I swallowed the fiery liquid, all I felt was an emptiness even deeper than before. Should I forgive Emily? Try to salvage this broken marriage for the sake of our children? Or should I let it all crumble and start over? I didn't have an answer. Then my phone buzzed again. A message. Emily. John, I know you're hurt. I know I don't deserve your forgiveness, but please. I need to talk to you. I need you to understand. I don't want to lose you. Please, can we talk? My chest tightened as I read her words. A flood of emotions surged through me. Anger, betrayal, grief. But also hesitation. Because as much as I hated what she had done, I couldn't deny the years we had shared, the love that had once existed between us. After a long moment, I typed my reply. Okay, let's talk. I'll come home tonight. I had no idea what would come of this conversation, no clue if our marriage could be salvaged. But I needed answers. That evening, I returned home. The house was silent, the children already asleep. Emily sat alone in the dimly lit living room, her face pale and drawn. Her eyes, red and swollen from crying, lifted to meet mine the moment I stepped inside. John, she whispered, rising hesitantly. You came. I didn't respond. I only looked at her, waiting for whatever she had to say. She took a deep, shaky breath. I want to tell you everything. I crossed my arms, my expression unreadable. Then talk. She swallowed hard, her hands twisting together. Marco and I met at an art salon. He's a painter. Talented. Passionate. He understood me in ways I didn't even realize I needed. Her voice was small but steady, each word cutting through me like a blade. John, I know you work hard. I know you do everything for this family. But have you ever thought about me? Have you ever seen me as more than just a wife? More than just the mother of your children? I remained silent, my jaw tight. I felt invisible, John. Like I was just there. Like my thoughts, my dreams, my feelings didn't matter anymore. Marco made me feel seen. He made me feel like I mattered. Her voice cracked, and she looked down, tears slipping down her cheeks. I never planned for this to happen. I never wanted to hurt you. But I was lonely. I was so lonely. A bitter laugh escaped me. So that justifies betrayal? No, she met my gaze, her expression pained. Nothing justifies it. I know I was wrong. I know I destroyed your trust. But I swear, John, I never stopped loving you. I just forgot how to feel close to you. I exhaled sharply, running a hand through my hair. My emotions were a tangled mess, anger, sadness, confusion. And yet, beneath it all, a small part of me wondered. Had I truly neglected her that much? Emily, I said finally, my voice low. I hear you. I do. And maybe I haven't done enough. Maybe I took you for granted. But that doesn't change the fact that you cheated. That you chose to betray me. I know, she whispered. And I'll live with that for the rest of my life. But, John, can we try? Can we fix this? Her tear-filled eyes searched mine, full of desperation. I'll do anything. I'll prove to you that I want this marriage. That I want you. Please, just give me a chance. I looked away, my heart heavy. I don't know, Emily. I need time. She nodded, wiping her tears. I'll wait for you, John. However long it takes. The days that followed were tense. Our home felt like a fragile house of glass, one wrong step away from shattering completely. The children sensed it, their laughter growing quieter, their steps more careful. At night, I lay awake, tormented by visions of Emily in another man's arms. The pain didn't fade. And yet, we began to talk again. Slowly, cautiously. We spoke of our past, our mistakes, our regrets. We argued. We cried. But little by little, something shifted. I started spending more time with her, with the kids. I learned to say I love you again. She, in turn, cut Marco out of her life completely. She made an effort to show me that she was still here, still fighting for us. But the scar remained. The doubt lingered. Could I truly forgive her? Could we ever go back to what we once were? I didn't know. One evening, I stood by the window, watching the sun dip below the horizon. The sky was a breathtaking shade of gold and crimson, beautiful, fleeting. Just like love. Just like marriage. Maybe we would find our way back to each other. Maybe we wouldn't. But one thing was certain. This experience had changed us both forever. And somewhere, out in the world, Marco had faded into nothing but a painful memory. A chapter closed, but a question still unanswered. Would love be enough to save us? Only time would tell.